Hello, people. My name is Detroit Miracle, and welcome to this episode of Relationship Facts. Yes, and I call this episode Jealous Behavior. Yes, I got an intriguing topic for this very late night. Well, jealous behavior usually involves a partner in a relationship who appears to be not so trusting of their mate. And jealous behavior is something that is most frequent in a lot of relationships this day and age. And many of us are aware of it. But why must it be, and why do people act jealous and do not trust their partners, which are committed to them? Well, first of all, jealous behavior results in insecurities. If you find someone who's in a relationship that constantly picks on their partner, like where you going, who you going with, where you been, and so forth, then that means they themselves have the problem, which is insecurity. And they are not completely happy with themselves or comfortable with themselves. And that is a fact of the matter. And that is where the insecurity stems from. It's not a question of jealousy being a factor or a problematic in their relationships, but rather insecurity. So people do not know how to deal with this issue, and you've heard it time and time again where one or both partners on occasion might be jealous of one another. And that is an indication that both have insecurities. Yes, if you find anyone in a relationship that is lacking something of a quality or standard, which would be something they deem to be essential, such as good looks, a real good job, a healthy, fit body, then they will have insecurities about themselves, and they will be, I would say, not so trusting of their partners, because they will figure that their partner, male or female, would like to be with someone who is more attractive than them, more successful than them, and who has a better bodily shape of health. Yes, people, we all grew up watching television programs and films, and many of us guys have seen very beautiful women on the screen. And of course, women grew up watching guys that they would like. And chances are, like for me, for instance, when growing up watching TV, I was in love with women like Linda Carter, who played Wonder Woman, Erin Gray, who played Wilma and Buck Rogers, Lonnie Anderson from WKRP. I'm not trying to give those shows promos, but I'm trying to give an example. So I had an ideal standard in my mind of a very beautiful woman, or very beautiful women who I would love to date, or in fact, I would have married at that particular time. But when you grow up, you come back to reality, to the fact that sometimes you must get with people who are committed to you and who are devoted to you and will be of greater service than some woman on TV who a lot of times could care less about you. Yes. And those people who often commit to us in relationships aren't always extremely attractive or skinny or have the perfect skin or body weight. So those people tend to be insecure at times, and not everybody. Everybody isn't insecure, so everybody doesn't have that problem of insecurity, so they are not prone or susceptible to be jealous at times. People are prone to pain, people do not want to be hurt, so that can make and build an insecurity too. If you do not want to be hurt or lose the partner that you like, and I've seen this plenty of times, like guys will get very beautiful women, and those guys might not be successful enough, or they might not look a certain way, and then they become evil, controlling, and abusive towards those women, because they'll be like, I know this woman is going to cheat on me. I know she's going to leave me for a rich guy or a better looking guy, so hey, I got to put down the iron fist on her. I got to, make her know that she's mine and she ain't going anywhere. Yes, people, it's an undeniable fact. Now, there might be some that might ask, hey, Detroit Miracle, how do we rid our relationships of untrustworthy partners who are insecure with themselves? Well, I'll answer by saying, look, it starts in the beginning. Before you enter into any type of relationship, serious or otherwise, obviously you have conversations with that person. You spend time with that person. So look, I would suggest that parties involved which have insecurities or who doesn't have insecurities simply tell their partner, like, look, I know our relationship is getting a little bit serious, and hey, you might be the person that I want to spend time with, but I don't want you to become jealous of me and untrustworthy and controlling. I don't want to go through that. So we got to get that on the table now. I'll get with you. I'll enter into a relationship with you, but eventually do not change up on me and become jealous, untrustworthy, controlling, like, hey, where you going tonight? You hang out with your friends all the time. Where you been? You're an hour getting home late from work. You should have been home at 5, but you home at 6. Yes, everybody mutually should get that out on the table, and especially women, because guys tend to be more insecure than women do, but there are a lot of women, there are a whole lot of women who are also insecure too, and they behave in the most untrustworthy fashion as well. Yeah, couples of relationships, y'all got to talk these things out and prevent them before they happen. And that starts in the very beginning. So talk to your partners, talk to your mates, and say, look, if you show a sign of being jealous and controlling, I'm going to break this thing off. So don't change up on me. I know you're acting all nice and lovey-dovey now, but people change when they think that they have more to lose in a situation and when they are insecure about themselves. Yes, folks, it starts with conversation, and conversation could be a prevention against something that could spiral out of control. Like when a guy has a bunch of kids with a woman and vice versa, then it becomes very serious, which is the relationship. And then when one or both feel like they are under pressure and are being controlled, then either will feel trapped, and they will feel like they can't get out of this situation. They're like, wow, He's a support system. He's a father. He pays bills and whatnot. So I just can't simply leave and start over. And that's when the insecurities really build and the mistrust. And when a person also feels as though they have something to lose in a relationship, which is their partner, they can become desperate that way. And it could get very abusive after a period of time. Yeah, people, take notes. And I'd appreciate it if all of you would drop those likes, comments, and up those subscriptions to me, Detroit Miracle. And peace out.